Hello and welcome to Aiza's Creations YouTube channel. In this step-by-step tutorial I will be showing you in detail how to create your very own memory bear. As you can see, they make the perfect gift to treasure. If you haven't already, pop over to my shop to purchase and download your copy of this Aiza bear pattern. You will find a link below in comments. Not forgetting to give us a like and subscribe to our channel and be one of the first to see new tutorials coming soon. The bear in this video is made using a shirt and t-shirt which mixed together looks amazing. I am using the medium size Aiza bear pattern which when finished the bear measures approximately 12 by 8.5 inches. There is also a small and large pattern available. To make this bear you will need 1 metre of fabric or your memorable items, scissors, pins, sewing needle, matching thread, a quick unpick, a magic fabric pen or a pencil, fusible interfacing if needed. Safety teddy eyes, I am using 10mm and safety teddy nose 20mm. Approximately 525 grams or 18 ounces of soft stuffing polyfibre. And a sewing machine. Let's get creative. If you haven't already, print out your pattern making sure your printout is set to actual size as this pattern does not need adjusting. Cut out all pattern pieces along the outer solid cut line. Pin pattern pieces to your fabric and remembering that some pieces are to be cut on reverse of the fabric. Carefully cut out all pieces. Now you have all the pieces cut out, let's start sewing. Remember this pattern has a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Starting with the back of the bear, take the 2 back body pieces and making sure right sides of your fabric is facing in together. Pin the centre back pieces together, centre back has notches. Sew from the top to the first set of double notches. Then sew from the second double notches to the bottom of the back. This is leaving open a hole to stuff the bear later. Now either side of the back pieces, sew in the darts. Clip into the seams. Next is the back head. With right side in facing in together, pin together the centre back head. Again, the centre seam has notches. Sew from top to bottom and then clip into seams. joining the back head to the back body. With right sides facing in, line up together the centre seams of the back head and the back body and pin together. If you're a little out on the outer edges, do not worry, it's the centre seams you want to have lined up. Sew along this neckline, opening outwards your centre seams as you stitch across. That's the back of the bear sewn now, so put aside. Now moving on to the front body, having right sides facing in together, pin together the centre seam. As before, this side that has notches. Sew from top to bottom, then cut little clips into the edges, making sure not to cut into your stitching. Open each side and sew in the little darts as shown. Sewing the face pieces together can be a little tricky at first, so take your time, especially if this is your first time. Laying out the front head sides and centre head pieces in front of you may help. Take the centre piece with right side of fabric facing you and the head side that when laid out in front on the right, place together and pin along the notch edges. Sew from top to bottom, easing in the centre pieces curved towards the bottom. Should then look like this. Now, with the other head side facing up, place and pin to the other side of the centre piece. Sew from top to bottom, but only to the stitches where you have sewn on the other side. By doing this, it will give you the pointer for the nose. Put seams A together and sew from outside inwards. Only sew to the stitches you have sewn. Try to stitch as close as you can. The face of the bear will now take shape. We can now make the ears and tack them in place. Sew 2 earpieces together with right sides facing in, stitching around the curves as best as you can. Clip into the edges and turn through. Add a little of the stuffing in each ear, making sure they feel equal. Tack stitch the bottom edges together using less than your seam allowance of 1/4 inch. Sew on each ear, one either side of the centre head seam. I love this next step on making the bear's face come alive. This is where your quick unpick will be needed. Firstly, position where you would like the nose to be inserted, and with your quick unpick, make a little hole. Gently push the nose through the hole and push on tightly the safety back. Mark on the face with your fabric pen or lightly with a pencil where you wish the eyes to go. Check the marks you have made look equal. With the quick unpick, catch only a few threads of the fabric to make a little hole. Push the eye gently through the fabric and then push on the safety back. Do the same for the other eye. Joining the front head to the front body, do the same as you did for the back. Lining up the centre seams and pinning outwards. Sew along the neckline. Your bear is now coming together, so next step is to sew on the arms and legs. With the front of your bear laid out in front of you, with right sides facing up. Pin the arms just under the neck seam and the legs matching the bottom of the body. Sew arms and legs in place using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Do exactly the same to the back of the bear, arms just under the neck seam and legs just above the darts either side. Now you can attach the front and back of the bear together. With both bodies facing in together, pin along the bottom edges. Sew from one end to the other and keeping all seams laid outwards. Now pinning the rest of the front and back together, start on top of a leg, up the side of the body, around the arm, all around the head and making sure the ears are tucked inside, down around the other arm, down the sides and then the other legs. Remember to keep all seams out and neck seams up, sew together using a 1/4 inch allowance. Great, only the footpads to sew in now. Still, with the bear inside out, open one of the legs and match the bottom notch of footpad to the bottom leg seam. Pin in place. Pin top notches of the footpad to the top seam of the leg. Now pin the footpad to the sides of the legs and easing if needed. Do the same with the other leg and footpad. Sew around each footpad and then clip small cuts on the curves. Clip small cuts around the curves of the arms. Turn the bear through the gap you left open in the back seam. You should now see your beautiful bear with all the right sides of the fabric facing out. You can add the stuffing as firm or as squishy as you wish. I do prefer to make my bears quite firm. Make a start with filling the arms and then both legs, making sure you gently push the filling in all the curves. Stuff the head and push enough fill into the nose area to give more shape. Finally, stuff the body. Once you're happy, it's time to now sew up the open gap. With your needle and matching thread, close with a ladder stitch. Congratulations, your bear is finished and ready for a cuddle. I would love to see your bear that you have made, so please feel free to send me a photo. Or by tagging my Facebook page, Instagram at Azers Creations using the hashtag AzersMemoryBears. Any questions at all, please get in touch and don't forget, if you like this video, to give us a like and subscribe. Keep an eye out for our next tutorial coming soon. Thanks for watching.